Alright, hey folks, this is going to be a quick video, but I thought it would be a good, maybe something to make some content on. Very simple subject. I got my helmet on this time because I'm out more riding in traffic and stuff, and you got to be safe and wear a helmet. Some of my videos you don't see me with a helmet on because I'm in a parking lot somewhere and I'm just small scale, and so I don't usually, won't have my helmet in that situation, but I definitely recommend your safety gear when riding. But this is my 2020 Ducati Monster 821. This is the love of my life. Basically, I mean, an earthly possession, yes, not my love of my life in other aspects, but this is such a wonderful, wonderful bike. It's probably one of the best that I've had over my 40 years of riding, maybe 35 on the street. A lot of dirt, but this is just an amazing bike. So I cannot tell you how in love I am with this machine every time I ride it. But enough of that, enough bragging about the bike. I bought this pre-owned, by the way, so I saved some money on it, but it came with a lot of accessories, and so that made it even a better deal. But here, I'm going to get my camera, I'm going to move you over here and show you one little thing that I did that really just hits my little senses, and let me get into it. Okay, so coming around, as you can see, my bike is missing something. Now, this is probably a controversial subject. I took my mirrors off. Back from the mid 80s when I started riding bikes, we took our mirrors off. Safety wasn't as a big a concern. Safety and traffic is not as big a deal as it is today, as there's more people on our planet and more diversity, and so people probably less experienced driving. So mirrors, I'm not saying that you should do this particularly to your bike, but they make the side mirrors that you can mount, that are pretty expensive, to your bar ends there. But I mean, widening the bike another foot is just not in the cards for me. I mean, if I bought them and I put them on there and I fell in love with them, great. But I took them off. It just means that I have to turn my head around in awkward positions, and to do safety checks before I turn or switch lanes and turn. But I find it's not super a deal breaker, because you're on a bike and you're a lot more mobile with your head. But okay, but to the point, when you take your mirrors off, your mirrors come and they mount to the pre-made bracket on the handlebars. You have a big gaping hole, in mine, even have some little rust marks or, some discoloration under. So I went online and, usually they're called block-off plates, with sport bikes with fairing that comes up. There'll be a little plate that you can put on, and it kind of hides the ugliness. It kind of, the mounting place where the mirrors, went on to the bodywork there. So this is very, very similar, but it's a little cap screw. Let me see if I can get around here. It's sunny today, thank goodness, in Dallas. Beautiful day. But you've got to pay attention, because you can't just go to the hardware store and buy some decorative screws. That is a screw. Go to the hardware store because of the location of the mirrors, the wind blowing into the mirrors, if you had the same screw pattern on one bolt and the other, then one of the mirrors would loosen up all the time. So these are opposite. I think this one was either a righty tighty, and this one on this side's lefty loosey. So you can't put a regular bolt. I'm not recalling exactly which side it is, but one of these, you can't buy a normal bolt and screw that into that, because it's backwards threaded. But you can get these in like gold, red, black, gray, and you go online and I'll link that where I got these. I mean, they're nice, they're not expensive. I mean, I think these were like $7, maybe $4 shipping, because they're coming a long way. But man, they just look so great. And then those kind of go along with my bar ends that I bought, probably from a similar company, just anodized aluminum. And they're not super expensive. These were cheap too. These were probably like $12. You go to Rhizoma and you're going to pay, $50 or $60. This insane price, and they mount the same way. So I just like the little red accents just for this bike. Not too much of that different colored red, you know, the anodized red on this bike, but this looks good. I think this motorcycle looks great without its mirrors. It just looks so minimalist already, and then you take these big bulky mirrors off and it just really looks good. Just especially with not a lot of fairing, but this little piece of fairing right here, it just really complements that and makes the motorcycle look great, in my opinion. That's all my opinion. Someone can disagree. But that's the video. Just thought I'd bring this to you real quick. You know, if someone's just considering this and you just see this video and you're like, I'm getting one, you know, and kind of, you know, maybe I should take my mirrors off. Well, you can do it. And these are just these little block off screws right here. And they make them in different colors so you can customize your bike. And they really do, you know, just with your little cockpit right here, just makes it a little bit more appealing. I like it. Another thing I kind of like to do is get that Rizoma filler cap, but I'm not going to pay, you know, whatever, the $150, $200 for that. And plus I like actually having a key. This is fine, but it's cool, you know, having it black or something. And the Rizoma lettering would be neat to have, but very, very expensive. This stuff is way too expensive. And then I like to get my adjustable reach clutch here, and because I would rather have my clutch sitting about right there instead of always having to reach out to that point. I'd have to have it start pulling in about right there. It'd be better for my hands. I don't have the really large super manly hands, which is fine. But yeah, those are the things I'm thinking about getting. But anyways, enough of my ranting. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. And man, if you're looking at a Ducati, you know, any of the Ducatis, such an amazing breed of bike. Just very, very cool. Love mine. All right, bye-bye.